Okay, let's start. Welcome everybody to the Sunshine Ordinance Task Force Education Outreach and Training Committee regular meeting Thursday, March 10th, 2011 at 4 p.m. Roll call, please.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Member Cawthon? Here. Cawthon present. Member Manny?
Present.
Manny present. Member Chan?
Present.
Chan present. Mr. Chair, we have a quorum.
Okay, I want to announce, actually I want to change something in the agenda. For Matt Smith, we'll erase that until a later date. And is there anything else you want to change? Okay. So let's start by doing the first.
The first item, Mr. Chair, is the adoption of February 10th, 2011 minutes.
So if there's any corrections, please submit it to Chris. A roll call.
Public comment, Mr. Chair.
Oh, any public comment? Seeing none. Roll call, please.
On the motion, Member Cawthon?
Aye.
Cawthon, aye. Member Manny?
Aye.
Manny, aye. Mr. Chair. Member Chan?
Aye.
Chan, aye. Mr. Chair, we have 3 ayes.
Okay, let's go to item number 2.
Item number 2 is the hearing on the status of the August 6, 2010 order of determination of Barrie, Toronto against the Municipal Transportation Board. Mr. Chair, I have spoken to Barrie, Toronto,
Okay.
and I have spoken to Ms. Boomer, Roberta Boomer,
Okay.
and I had a brief look at the agenda. Both the complainant and the respondent say that they had the meeting there, and the file, the PowerPoint file that they used is attached in the agenda packet.
Okay. Okay.
So we need to close that one.
Okay, so we could close this
Yes.
thing, right? Okay, so everything is, members, you have any questions on this? Do we public comment? No.
She just said they were.
Microphone, please. Member Cawthon.
Sorry. So Roberta Boomer just said they weren't going to do that anymore. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, do we need to vote on this?
Need to-
Okay, so we
Move to, you can decide to close it.
Okay, move to close without objection.
Without objection.
Okay, any public comment on item number 2? Seeing none, let's go to item number 3.
Item number 3 is outreach presentations. I haven't given you a report from former member Johnson.
Okay, I think we saw this. I got it in the email. I think she went over to the local homeless coordinating board. I think it's a success. They asked a lot of questions, and I guess we got a little outline right here in the memo. Have the other members read this? Or
Microphone, please, ma'am.
Why did she go by herself? Did anybody else in the group go?
I was not able to.
I think we have a quorum issue, right?
Quorum issue.
So, that's, and later on, what's that?
I'm sorry.
I had not been able to attend, and I agree that that was brought up, what Chair Chan is saying as far as the quorum issue.
Yeah, so we can't do a dual. I think in a later date, we would request Chair Nee to add additional people for the EOT, so we could have at least 2 people going to these training and actually get 2 people there to help out. That would be like.
Microphone, please.
I've done it with both of you, and sing individually, and it's always better if there are 2 people, because if you forget something or you have someone to fall back on, I think it just makes a better approach if possible. I mean, but I
Yeah.
understand we had quorum problems when I was gone.
Yeah, definitely. That was
Yeah.
that was certainly an issue.
I also took over some pamphlets, the brochures.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So I think this thing, do we need a vote on this? Or?
No, Mr. Chair,
No.
you don't.
Okay, and then that Matthew Smith item is
As
gone.
moved,
or
yes.
Moved. I guess any public comment on item number 3? Seeing none, let's go item number 4.
Item 4, Mr. Chair, is inviting ethnic media to promote the Sunshine Ordinance.
I think we discussed this in the other meetings, having ethnic media coming by here and actually getting their input on, what else they would like to see from Sunshine, or actually kind of get either a article with the ethnic media, and just kind of invite them here, and we'll kind of either question or have a little Q&A and ask the ethnic media if they know anything about Sunshine, or their readers know anything about the Sunshine. So this thing is just to get the media people to come over here and give them a little spotlight so they could write a little article about Sunshine. And I am currently doing that. Been a little bit busy. Hopefully the next meeting I would invite Tsingtao and World Journal to come here. And if you have any other ethnic media source that would like to come,
Yeah, I
it'd be
would
good.
think Member Monet would have.
Yeah, I wanted to wait until Committee Chair Chen would finish his thoughts on that. But, so yeah, I think that's great. Member Chen, I think that's wonderful. The one point that I did want to just put out there was maybe figuring out what that date would be, what day of the week, because I think for the exception of the Chinese language media, most other ethnic media in and around the Bay Area who have a strong readership in San Francisco are actually weeklies. And certain days of the week are less convenient for them than others because of their press deadlines and all of that.
Yeah, I mean, I encountered that problem with Matt Smith. He wanted to come, but it's kind of like cram time right now for Matt, so he couldn't attend. And I think most people are the same. Hopefully, I'll get some people that say, I'm free and could attend, this 4 p.m. EOT meeting.
Well, I was thinking of asking somebody from the Bay Guardian, because the Bay Guardian is a huge promoter of Sunshine because of Bruce, and maybe you could call Bruce and say, can you suggest anybody who could come and give us some pointers?
Yeah. Do you have contact with Bruce?
I don't have contact with him, but I could call him.
I mean, if you could do that, invite him here,
Okay.
or invite, I think, what's the second in command?
The editor, I can't think of his name.
What's his name?
I don't remember his name either.
Yeah, I could leave a message for Bruce and see what he
Okay.
wants to do, because I know that one time I called about something and they gave me real specific ideas about what we should be stressing. I mean, it would be anything that a journalist would stress, but I mean, if you point out something to people, they pay more attention to you if you've had contact with them.
And just for the matter of planning this, we would want it to be on the Thursday for when we meet at our EOT meetings?
Yeah,
or?
Thursday. On
Okay.
the Thursday.
Okay.
I mean, I know 4 o'clock might be too early. If we get a consensus with the media group, right, we could, have the meeting at 5.
Okay.
So I mean, that's possible, correct? Okay.
Okay.
So we do it kind of like one by one.
And-
I don't think we should have all the ethnic
we should
media.
have
Yeah,
definitely one at a time.
one at a time. Yeah. So, okay. Any other comments from my colleagues? Seeing none. Any public comment on item number 4? Seeing none. Item number 5, please.
Item 5 is inviting other cities and counties to discuss sunshine issues.
Yeah, a member Johnson was actually a person that brought this idea up, having other sunshine entities out there to come here, right, and actually discuss about what kind of sunshine thing that they do in their city, and kind of exchange information. It's almost like a either a meet or greet, and just get some info and ideas on other cities on how they do that. I contacted San Jose, their what we call Sunshine Reform Task Force. It's already been disbanded, or what we call it, the Sunshine Clause is ended because it's a task force. It's limited to a certain amount of years, right, that they could exist. Apparently, Sunshine Ordinance Task Force in San Francisco became a permanent task force, and I guess that's later on in discussions of other things in Rules Committee, and actually the change of our ordinance. But I contacted San Jose, and I think I emailed you, Chris, about draft a little letter saying to say, can we, in official head, can we have somebody from the Sunshine Reform Task Force in San Jose come by here and talk about.
Interesting thing is that the term they use is called sunset.
Oh, sunset, or
Wow.
yeah, sunset. Yeah, that's when
And
a task force ends, right? Or any
Yeah.
type of entity ends, right? It's called sunset, right?
sunset.
Wow.
Yeah.
Also, Mr. Chair, I went to their website and there aren't any reports past 2009
Yeah, I think they were disbanded.
disbanded. So
Yeah, so currently there's a guy just like you, right? Hear a lot of Sunshine Matters and
so they have somebody working on it.
yeah,
Okay.
it's almost like administrator, but that administrator actually controls everything. They don't have a panel to kind of have the public come in and
Present
argue and present
complaints,
complaints and have like a deliberation. There's no deliberation on their sunshine, just kind of deliberation with the administrator. And most likely, I think they're pretty good in their sunshine. I mean, the administrator is like very proactive, so I'm really happy about that. That San Jose has that.
Mr. Chair, their scope is also very limited. It's
It-
not as expansive as ours.
Yeah, I think I've seen that before. That's why I kind of wanted their members to come in and say, how did you guys discuss on their ordinance, their type of reform, and we exchange ideas and a little discussion about it.
That Oakland had a sort of a mishigas about salaries, and it was determined that public official salaries are public records. So I don't know what they have in terms of a Sunshine Task Force or who filed the complaint, but that did happen. So if somebody wanted to call Oakland, they might have somebody who would come and talk to us.
Okay, that's good. Let's start with the San Jose, and then after that, if Sue, you want to contact Oakland to say, hey,
You have a high a good batting average. You should do it.
okay,
Alright.
I'll call Oakland and contact with them after we're finished with one.
Through the chair, all we have to do is send them a letter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, even that.
I can
Send
I
them
can
a
send
letter.
that
And then follow up
Okay.
with a phone
Yes.
call.
Yeah, that's have you talked to one of the Sunshine Reform Task Force?
None
person?
of them, because there are no phone numbers and it's disbanded.
Right.
And their members were made up of the board of supervisors,
Yeah, made up of the board of-
businessmen and women,
Yeah,
all sorts of people were on it.
yeah. That's,
15 members.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. Well, hopefully, once we, I'll email you that contact person, so you could send him a letter because he told me, he say, please send me an official letter from the task force so I could email the members. I think he's still, I think I try to argue with them about, I think the information that the task force is public records, and you know, I guess he was very reluctant to disclose the information. So I'll just say, you know, I'll ask the administrator, our administrator, to actually give him a letter, so he could just email, and we'll talk to actually the members of that task force.
But are we interested in the past task force members, or are we interested in him to tell us what is
No, the
his
past,
experience?
the past task force members, because I think we're interested in seeing how, you know, how do they come up with the ideas to draft this type of reform in San Jose, right? And exchange ideas, maybe something that when we talk about the sunshine in San Francisco, they might say, that's interesting. I would like to bring that back again, you know, to their city. And something in San Jose might be like, oh, wow, interesting, right? And we could take that from our new ordinance that we're revising, right? So it's like an exchange of ideas. So anything else you want to add to this item? No. Any public comment on item number 5? Seeing none.
Item number 6, Mr. Chair, is creation of a guide for city employees on how to respond to a sunshine request.
This thing is actually Member Johnson's idea, and she drafted something, right?
Yes, it's in the packet.
It's in the packet. Okay. Yeah, she drafted something on
Page 51.
Is that the thing that looks like a PowerPoint?
No, it's right in the end. So this type of quick reference is for the city employees that deal with public records, to kind of give them a cheat sheet, right? For somebody to come in and say, hey, I need a public record. Please give me this, right? And then they would kind of see this public record quick reference guide and go with that. So any ideas from my colleagues would be appreciated on what you think about this quick reference guide.
You know, we already, when I was chair of the complaint committee, we developed a complaint guide, how to file a complaint. So the reverse of how to file a complaint is how to respond. So I mean, this is a good idea.
Yeah, this is actually for, you know, the public employees that responds to public record requests. So I wonder, Chris, by looking at this, right, how do we, I guess, implement one of these things to give it to the, I guess, public employees? Or
The distribution, I think, would be, you can mail it to the department head for distribution among his or her employees.
Okay.
You know, and also I think we could just, you know, we all know the ordinance, so that, for example, how can public information be requested? Well, we all know that that's, you know, fax, email, and so on and so forth. So we can put that in. The who must respond is the third one, and you know, I would just look 67.21 really is pretty thorough on this subject, and it talks about who must respond. So I mean, most of these questions could be answered just by looking at the ordinance. It wouldn't be, so I'm looking at 67.21. Does she put that there? 20 through 29, yeah.
I think Member Johnson's was talking about RFQs too and RFPs, but that's I think a very long subject
Talking about what?
and talking about the RFQ
Differences in what's required.
Oh,
for the RFQ and RFP.
I don't know.
Process,
Mr. Chair, I
right.
think that would be best done after the amendments are done.
Yeah, yeah. So
It's
I
too
think
early for it.
it's too early. Many of these things are, I think, the central elements of what we need. I mean, for public record requests, right? And of course, in the future, we don't know if it's going to be changed or not, the ordinance, right? So we kind of gotta be careful on, or actually, maybe some of these records, or actually, never mind. Yeah, most of these things wouldn't be touched in the ordinance. So right now we should think of shall we distribute this type of quick reference guide?
Yeah, but
Members?
we need to write it.
This
so-
document needs to be rewritten.
Okay, rewritten.
Yeah, it needs to be written so that it would be useful for a city employee, you know?
I wish Member Johnson was here and kind of do a little, elaborate a little bit about this quick reference guide.
She's not on this committee anymore,
No,
They reenacted
Rules Committee.
so she's now on what,
Rules Committee, I believe.
rules? Okay.
Rules and full taskforce.
So what do you think?
Maybe you could talk to Rick and ask if we could borrow her back so she could fill in some of the blanks here, because she's
Okay.
the one who knows what was in her head. We don't.
Okay.
Would she be available if for any reason, like as backup plans, just to optimize and continue moving forward? Could she respond to any of that via email or a conference call if she can't come to any of the meetings? Could those be
I think we
options?
have to be careful for a quorum.
Yep.
We have to be careful for a Serenade meeting.
I mean, just for her input though, because if she can't come to the meetings, could she?
Can we invite her
To be
here?
frank, I think she has never missed a meeting, the committee meeting,
Right.
and maybe if we plan it far ahead, she could commit to it.
Yeah, I mean, just let her know that, we're very pleased with what she started, and we would like it if she could flesh it out a little bit for us,
Okay.
so we don't have to start from scratch.
Okay. So we'll in the next meeting we'll request Member Johnson to, I guess, come here and just give a little bit about item number 6.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else from the members? Seeing none. Any public comment on item number 6? Seeing none. Item number 7, please.
Item number 7 is creation of a Facebook page.
Okay, I think we were in discussion about creating a Facebook page for this. I guess having an outreach. I mean, this is a prime example of outreach. Having a Facebook page, right? Right now, this age, right? I think everyone has a Facebook. Even my dad has a Facebook, even though he's kind of like old-fashioned and in a Chinese sense, he even has a Facebook. So it's really good to get either the EOT committee to have a Facebook page, and I think we're discussing about the legalities of getting a Facebook page.
What you're talking
Either one of us, right, have to manage the page, right? I believe either one of these guys, one of us have to manage the page, but cannot put comments in it, if I remember correctly.
Cannot have a live discussion.
Yeah, you cannot have a live discussion on that page. I mean, everybody could be an administrator for that page, but they can't, or you can't be
You can't
responding.
exchange ideas and things because it becomes a discussion.
Well, we had the same issue with the Library Citizens Advisory Committee, and what was suggested is that we have a fan page. Does anyone know what that is?
Yeah,
But
fan page.
the big issue was we should not have an interactive page, because that way members could create a seriatim meeting. So
Okay.
who would design this page? Would you design it?
Yeah, I think I'll be designing it. I just need either a picture or something of
The sun rising.
sun rising, maybe.
Yeah,
We
we
could
have
get-
there's a picture of that in some city records of a sunrise. Where is it? Maybe it's on the supervisor's webpage.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Having a fan page, we'll build that fan page, and
What's a fan page?
fan just like
Just
how
like you recommended. They
like
said
you
it,
recommended.
yeah.
A lot of people could add and they could speak
Oh, I
on
see.
this fan page, but of course, it's just a
Just like a forum,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I think can we like put out just meeting agendas out in that fan page? You think or no?
I am not familiar with the ins and outs of Facebook.
I think we can
Facebook.
post it on there like we do our website, because it's for the public, and the public who follow that page, they can view minutes and everything they would normally be able to do on the website. Is how
And the
it would
question
work.
is, why would you want to duplicate it?
Pardon?
Why would you want to duplicate it?
Because
Oh, he's-
the fan page actually is it's almost like what we call a network type of site, right? Where you add friends and people could say, oh, I'm a fan of this. So basically, I'll probably take my page and post it in my wall, so everybody will see this Sunshine Task Force committee, right, ELT committee, and add as a friend or a like, what we call the like page, and then become a fan of this Sunshine, and you keep on adding.
Would be for
So basically, it's like a network place or network thing
Yeah.
where
So the more people add, the more other people see that it's in existence, and so that's going to motivate them, presumably, to want to learn more about Sunshine, and then add that into their network, so that it continues growing. And so if they don't want to go and access the minutes or whatever online, if they think it's too inconvenient for them, even though I think they should, we could also, if it's not too laborious, provide that information while they're on that same page anyway.
Or there could be a link.
Yeah.
yeah, we could throw links. We could throw just whatever information that just for the public. Keep on throwing information. And hopefully I think we could just have one person respond, or you just have one person respond.
Yeah.
And that's it, or don't respond at all.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Make
know,
them curious. Right.
we
Just say,
can-
oh, I want to go to the EOT committee.
We can also make it so that they're not able to comment if we don't
There
want
is an
them
on-off
to.
switch.
Yeah, there's
You
the
know what I
on-off.
mean?
I mean,
So
do,
that
do
if
we
we don't-
want to limit?
If we don't want if we don't want it to be like a really big deal to where one person would voice one opinion and then it might escalate, God knows how or what, just as precautions to put it out there, we can do that, and we can just use the page to say, this is what's happening, and
Just as an announcement page.
yeah,
That's
as announcements, and like quick and dirty 101 on sunshine, your rights, things like that, little tidbits of information they
Yeah,
could
that's
use.
that's a good idea. Yeah, limit on what they could say.
Because I've
Cut 'em
seen, I mean, in some ways, it's great for them to converse and get their ideas out there, and we're not really involved because that would mean a meeting. But in other occasions, I've seen it get out of hand, and people really take random comments very seriously, and then that would make the page creators look bad. So.
Yeah, I think this, is a very good idea. The element of curiosity. Have them say, "Hey, why can't I comment? Oh, I gotta go to the Sunshine Task Force meeting. Let me voice my opinion." So, I think that's a really good idea. So, I guess in order to get this going, we need the full task force for approval.
You
on
need to
this.
present it to the full task force as an
Okay.
item, discussion item.
And you know what?
Can we add it, or is it too late? It's too late to add to this
No,
one?
it's not too late to add, but you can ask the chair to add it.
Okay.
Yeah.
They might want it to be a Facebook page for the whole task force. not
Yeah,
just the
or that
OTC.
too.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
we
do
could just
that.
do a
We
Facebook,
can
yeah.
do that for the whole
Whole
task
task
force,
force.
and then just limiting it. And maybe our tagline could be something along the lines of, "If you're curious enough, we want you to tell us in person." Come to our meetings and tell
Yeah.
us in person.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So can we do that?
Certainly,
Yeah,
yes.
I think we'll request Rick to put in
Yeah.
agenda just to get the ball rolling for this. Okay. and-
Chris, should we prepare as how it's looking now? Should we prepare to bring sleeping bags for this meeting?
Oh yeah.
No, it's not looking that bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
What's looking bad? Well, I'll tell you later.
Okay. 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 Any public comment on item number 7? Seeing none, let's go item number 8.
Item number 8 is public comment for items not listed on the agenda.
So, is there any public comment on item number 8? Seeing none, let's go item number 9.
Item number 9 is committee members' comments, questions, and requests for future agenda items.
So, colleagues, is there any thing that you want to add for our next meeting? I think we have some stuff to do, like the ethnic media. I'll be doing that, and discussion with San Jose, and hopefully we'll get that letter out. I'll email you that contact in San Jose for that. And I think that's it, right? You want to add anything else?
Not right now. I mean, I'll call Bruce and Rugman, and if I think of it, I know a guy on SF Weekly.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
call him.
Okay, great. So, any public comment on item number 9? Seeing none, time to, so we could adjourn.
Second that.
Okay.